In the end, man is not entirely guilty. He did not start history, nor is he wholly innocent. He continues it. Albert Camus.
Who?
Alright, welcome to Remember Me, part 3. And we introduced you to another gimmick, well, mostly a narrative gimmick.
Wait,
At
my
the start
head
of each
may still be full of amnesia.
Hold on, please. At the start of each chapter, after the first one, basically Neeline has this prologue where she basically ponders about the situations, and is visually represented by her walking into this limbo kind of place where it represents her inner thoughts.
It's his friendship that has been clinging to
Okay.
my drifting thoughts.
And that's why she's also expressing using these
Why did our
pompous
enemies erase
terms.
my memory? Am I really that dangerous?
Mm-hmm.
In my chest, my throat, on the tips of my fingers, I can feel the throb of the power that scares them so. It scares me too. The power to take what someone is, their memories, and bend them to
Hello?
my will. To rewrite their history. To play
Yes, they actually said it.
the music.
I hate when sci-fi media use that phrase, jeez.
What was the phrase? I missed it.
Basically how science being related is to be like God. Just
Oh, okay.
Alright.
What, you mean like to
episode
play
2.
God?
Yeah. Macrowave. Alright, so this is technically the first missions we have been assigned now that Neeline has been recovered his memories. Edge will tell her briefing as soon as she lands. So basically we have to infiltrate in the Reach part of Neo Paris and take a memory that's useful to us.
To answer you what you said just now, Theo. Well, Theo, maybe we weren't helping. Maybe we were drunk in how superior we were.
I could do with a guide.
No can do. Family business to take care of.
Yeah,
I'll
so
be your
basically-
guide.
Yeah, so basically now Olga is just gonna disappear for a while because she needs to take away the business. We're gonna hear about what she did later on, and then she's gonna reappear before the end.
The most famous architect in Neo Paris. Stored in her brain is every detail of every building she's designed.
How do I find her?
Your contact goes by the name of Bad Request.
Yes, actually, don't like that. Actually that's a nickname, so it's legit, I guess. Basically, we need to steal the memory of an architect from an architect.
You know, half the time I wonder, when they insert jargon, like bad request and stuff like that, half the time I wonder if like the game messed up and can't get their name from the text file or something, so they put it up as bad request.
Alright, this is the pretty part of Neo Paris.
Wait,
so of course it
did
looks,
John Williams take over for the soundtrack?
Yeah, that's to represent how, cheerful the rich part of New Paris is. But she's represent, as Edgy will
Man,
tell.
Diagon Alley changed a lot since the last time we were
Yeah,
here.
hold on. Listen to what Edgy is saying. Well, Edgy is about to say anyway, but basically, the rich people don't really care about the slum situation, and there's a classic situation here where the rich live. The classes are divided drastically, and the rich just lives their own life, thinking the world is pretty fine for
Wait,
them.
part of the world is slums, and part of the world is the rich part that no one cares about, and it's nice and pretty looking. And it came out in 2013. It's
So-
Elysium.
Well, it's a common thing for sci-fi anyway.
Behold
Oh
the
no, there you go.
privileged few, safe with their little comforts, while others live in suffering a few meters from their barricade.
No one chooses which side of the firewall to grow up on.
It's not their selfishness that I condemn, sister. It's their eagerness to forget everything that bothers them.
Yeah, basically one of the things that the Memorize system has been exploited is basically to let people forget their bad memories. And this has been used against the masses, so this is creating social chaos as a result. Oh, I love this guy.
And then the Lord reassembled, returned to pay the price for the burden of our sin.
I just...
What?
Exercise and work your memory.
This is not a scripted event, by the way. This is just what happens in the background. It doesn't have any relevance at all. It's just some guy thinking he's a prophet or something. That's
It's like
nice touch.
I saw a guy like that when I was in Birmingham.
It's called Preacher. You should ask more Joe about it because they're more common in America.
Okay. Hey, Joe, what's a preacher? Well, guys, a preacher is someone who goes into the street and prowls on about God. Thank
No
you, Jova.
comment.
We actually have a lot of those in Wales.
But Birmingham has like one every day. Almost every time I've went like a major city, there's always one of them around.
So yeah, the gates.
But like, we don't get them every day.
So yeah, the gates to get there are closed and are surveilled. So let's not go. We need to find another way. By the way, that's this girl is one of the actresses that appeared in the commercial at the beginning of the game. It's not just a recycled model, it's literally the same person.
Dear Lord, I'm so very sorry, madam. Hey, are you okay? Should I call for emergency assistance?
No thank you.
No. Hey, I'm fine.
If you should desire to file a complaint, my identification has been saved by your Sensen terminal.
Thanks, C3PO.
Finally! I've been waiting 20 minutes.
Okay.
Bitch.
Alright,
no way, she's Welsh, so bitch. There you go. So this is a game about a protagonist who's from the UK that's made in France.
And remember, she's oh, hold on, this is actual foreshadowing for the first boss.
Direct, live, and it's on Channel Fear.
Channel 5?
Channel Fear, actually.
So it's Channel 5
It's
then.
a parody of YouTube.
It's the channel that no TV program wants to end up on because no one's gonna watch it. So that's why it's called Channel Fear.
Is this your address, ma'am?
People are more likely to watch BBC 4.
Yeah. Oh hell, for music.
At your service. If you're
Oh, gosh.
access, you should activate your odd compass before going out.
Wait, it looks like we have another one there. Miss, are you okay? You seem lost.
It's her, the escaped member.
Well, shit, now we have even the police on our
417
tail.
log. Escaped suspect ID'd. Recovery in progress.
Well,
yeah,
okay,
now-
the composer of Quantum Break took over, but that...
So yeah, now we have to fight the police.
It's actually the same
officers.
composer.
Now,
Is it?
unlike the Leapers,
Okay. Well, I don't mean it's the same composer from that. I mean, the same guy who did that orchestral thing earlier is now the guy doing this.
okay. Unlike the Leapers, these guys have an active Sensen. That means we actually can exploit it, but we'll see later. Basically, now we can do this, which is the Overload, which is a finisher. It just, basically, kneeling just executes the target and it kills him more quickly. However,
soundtrack
we
in
can
the-
do also
sorry.
different keys. Okay, can you repeat that?
The soundtrack in this game seems very inconsistent in terms of what style they're going for. I mean,
Actually, no, it's specific like that. It wants to be a confusing mix of orchestral and junkie.
Junkie XL.
Junkie.
the last time,
like,
last time I saw a game try that was 13.2, and that didn't turn out well. So,
well, if
Nothing in
if
13.2 turned out well.
if it's any consolation, Pedro, there will not be any cases like that boss fight with lyrics. If anything, I don't think there are actually any songs with lyrics in this game. Alright.
and now once again, John Williams takes over.
So yeah, the next piece to get is actually, and now here I was just a bit dumb because yeah, I didn't knew where to go because I didn't notice where it was. There you go. I'm supposed to get there. There you go. See, basically they alternate between the orchestral piece and the junky electronic sounds. First I drop them
The uniforms.
because there's there you go, sad
Private
patch.
police financed by Memorize. Crowd
Yeah,
control.
basically this word has kind of like private police from Memorize has his own private police, so that's why we also applied this kind of like terror campaign thing. It's standard dystopian future thing. All right, here we go.
She's around here someplace.
Oops.
Sweep and search. She's a pro, so keep it tight.
Okay. Moving on.
Sir, I hear footsteps on the roof.
Actually, I don't think we can, especially because kneeling. Well, she has a high. This costume has a bit of heels, but she's designed for her to be like place parkour, kind of like I forgot the protagonist of Mirror's Edge,
Right.
Faith.
Sir, I detected someone opening the emergency box.
There we go. Jesus.
Ha! I got it, guys. They said errorist, but all they did was take the T out, and then when they saw it said errorist, they said, hey, we could use this as a metaphor.
Alright, we are introduced now to the sentient powers. Basically, these are your special abilities you can activate mid-combat. In this case, this just gives you an attack boost and just lets you wail on the enemies in order to kill them faster. It works kind of like this. They are represented by a blue segment near to your health bar. And then, in order to refill them, you either have to press, basically charge again from one of the stations from before, or actually execute special combos with particular presses. However, each ability has also a cooldown mechanic in order for you to not actually spam them. And basically, you have to wait until it's over. You can also faster this time limit from using again the present I said before, which will be introduced later on. So basically, that first wave was just to show how the ability work, and now we're gonna see how the presents work. Yeah, these are the purple presents, and they basically the cooldown. Basically, they fasten the cooldown mechanic from your abilities. Basically, the key here is to alternate between your type of attacks and combine them in an effective way for your combos. It allows a great customization, even with just these simple tools. Alright, we go. Let's see if I actually manage to perform. Ow. Yeah, the thing is, once you're swarmed by the enemies, you have to constantly dodge in order to keep momentum with your combos. And basically, if you want to stay consistent. However, I prefer a tactic of just wailing on the enemies up until only one remain, and then perform a more high-hit combo. There we go. And yeah, so that he actually does the tiger sound. There we go. And yes, if you actually position well, you can also attack multiple enemies at once.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, it's actually kind of impressive. You can hit both at once.
Yeah, it depends on the enemy placement and your attacks, obviously. But it can be done. Ow. Ow. And if you think this is all, basically that's all, well, it's not. Basically the game will give you later on even more tools to play with, but this is basically the mass majority of combat, at least hand-to-hand combat. However, thanks to the customization, it allows you to experiment and do things you want. Alright, moving on.
Alright.
And now John Williams again.
Basically, that girl on the poster is actually the architect we're looking for. We actually managed to... We'll find her later on. Alright, entering.
What's this bad request guy look like?
Young, nervous, dumb haircut. A wannabe memory hunter faithful to the cause.
Sorry to bargain in.
And he's your biggest fan.
So yeah, we're also having to deal with a fanboy, Joy.
Goody.
Let me guess, as a fanboy, he's gonna die not long after we meet him.
No, but you're onto something, Libs.
Let me guess, he's the main villain.
Nah, that's stupid.
Yeah, well, actually, no, actually, the Incredibles did
there's
that
actually
well.
a situation that happens, and then Kneeling kinda says sarcastically something you said similar. You'll see later on.
Well, the Incredibles did the whole fanboy turned bad guy thing. It did
Yeah.
that well.
No, well, and well, just technically, Misery did that first and really well. So
yeah. Who's watching us from the window?
No one. Moving on. Alright, now we have to pay attention to the electric cables, because if they electrocutes us, it's basically falling down, having to restart again. However, it's not big of a deal, just simple platforming.
Rotunda, and Saber Force has lost your trail. Well
Yay!
Cheers.
Alright, we're back into the New Paris Reach quarters. We just need to go to the Central Plaza and meet Bad Request. What are you doing?
Liberty, equality, fraternity. Do you remember those?
Those three words are basically the three major words of the French Constitution. Liberté, égalité, fraternité. Alright, moving on.
You know what? While nothing much is happening, I just had an idea.
What?
The next time I play a FIFA game and I face someone, I face someone Italian, I could have Tio do the intro in Italian and I do an intro in English.
Interesting.
And then Pedro, and if I get someone against Portugal, Pedro could do it in Portuguese.
Of course.
Big Charlie is grand.
Basically, he's talking about the guy on the poster, which is the chief. Well, he's not the chief of Memorize, but this was the one who invented the sensing system. There you go.
He's the star genius, the capricious talent that gets to tinker away in his ivory tower. Memorize CEO is his wife, Scylla Cartier-Wells. One name, two heads, 1,000 reasons to bite your fingernails.
Alright. So as you can imagine, we'll also have to go up against them in the future. Alright, Bad Request is actually not that far. He's actually really on the other side. I'm just going around listening to things because, you know, it helps lore building and everything.
Live in perfect trust with your neighbor. Openness, freedom from fear.
30% discounts, no refund or exchanges. There he is.
Nerd.
And yes, that haircut is ridiculous.
Nilin the Hunter, I'm your biggest fan.
Thanks.
I've already
His hair looks like a bit like David James's hairdo.
I'm looking for the architect's offices.
Well, nowadays at least. Yeah, there was a point where David James actually had hair.
It's an incredible honor to get opened up.
Yeah, this guy get turned on by having his memory copied or stolen. That's
his it's his fetish.
I suppose. Who am I to judge?
You done? Did you get everything?
Yes.
Follow my past. A trail of remembrance.
Yeah, basically, as we'll see, as we're about to see, Bad Request basically, yeah, he has this mechanic on his own bed. He can open these kind of doors with that symbol. But basically, here's how it works. He recorded some of his actions that he did in the past. Let's say he walked in a corridor and pointed at things, and thanks to that, his memory got impressed in his sensing, and basically he allowed Neeling to get that particular memory, so she can see it again like a recording, and actually either mimic his actions or see what code he used for certain doors. It's actually an interesting mechanic. Watch.
Hello, Nilin. If everything went to plan, you were talking to me a few minutes ago, and you've now got access to this remembering. Repeat what I do, and you'll be able to work your way through to your target.
This reminds me of the tutorial for the first Half-Life game, where basically the hologram sometimes shows you what to do.
Your Sensen will overlay the space around you with the memories I have of this area. Using your glove.
The font of the text reminds me a bit of Watch Dogs.
There you go. I'll let you synchronize.
Well, this game was made 1 or 2 years before Watch Dogs. I forgot.
One, I think.
Watch Dogs was released in 2014 or 15, I think.
14, I think.
14. Well, this was 2013, so yeah, 1 year before. But I guess the similar font is, you know, I mean, it makes sense for the sci-fi theme and all. Alright, 2 more guards to finish. However, we'll dispose them quickly. And as I mentioned, the more before, the more good you are with your combos without getting hit, the more the music gets pumped up.
Makes sense.
Alright, that's basically explaining what I told before about the focus meter, about your special abilities.
Alright, Shearer's coming back.
Alright. There we
Too
go.
many memory.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. She overloads the Sensen of her victim with garbage memory data in order to make them reduce them to a catatonic state.
Can I get a time, please?
21:04:05.
Yeah, go to 21:30.
For
Hey, I'm back. Ready to play Follow the Leader?
We've been playing that ever since we started this remembering
ready.
thing.
Where? 21:30?
Yes.
Alright, we're almost there.
Sure.
Right. And 3, 2, 1, click. Basically, Shiroi, we have met with the contact that Edge was talking about, called Bad Request, and he told us basically to follow part of his memories in order to get to our target, the architect. So basically, now we are following his trail and seeing where it leads. Alright, this is like the next secret to find. It's actually not that hard again, it's on a platform nearby. You just need to look at the perspective of things. And here's an interesting thing. If you get in the way of his sprinkler robot, Lining actually has this animation where she gets sprinkled. That's a nice touch, because it doesn't do anything gameplay-wise, it's just there as a nice touch.
Yeah.
Alright, here's the new mechanic. These drones are one-hit kills. Stay away from them.
Okay.
However, they're in a way, so you need a way to pass them. Basically, thanks to Bad Request's memories, you can see their cone of range. You just need to get away from that, and you'll be safe. However, this is fine for now because this one is stationary. However, the ones we'll meet in the future are gonna start moving in a pattern or even chaotically. So good luck with that. Alright,
Thank you, I guess.
I'm just searching the air to see if... there you go.
Just a little jump to the finish line.
And boom. Basically...
God damn it! That was not how to do it.
Basically, you need to go up there. There you go.
Sorry, can I redo that one?
I think I actually do, because next I found the secret. There you go, it's on this platform. There you go, another sat patch. Alright, let's see, and oops.
Ow.
That was unfortunate. Sorry.
Sorry.
Alright, more foreshadowing for the actual boss.
It's a compilation of my best arrests, uncensored. With Christmas Murder, you get the best of Christmas all year round.
Oh.
Did Shane Black direct this game?
This Kid Christmas. I knew
There's
him.
a lot of references to
He's a memory
Christmas.
hunter like me.
Basically this guy called Kid Christmas or something. Basically, he acts like a wrestler. Basically, he works for Memorize. Hold on. Actually, this is a nice, charming thing. You can actually stay there and listen to the robot playing the piano.
Is it time to bust up your joke too?
Which one? Oh, no, well, not really. It's not even pretentious, it's not even used for dramatic moments. It's just there. Again, a nice touch.
Alright.
Alright. These are the focus boosts. They work with like the sat patches, but they work for your focus meter. Anyway, as I was saying, this Kid Christmas is basically acts like a wrestler. Basically works for Memorize. He basically is a hunter for the memory hunters. basically he searches out love and basically humiliates them in kind of like a wrestling match. Oh shit.
Oh crap.
Well, more police officers to hit.
Yep.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Alright. Busting them. Basically, sure, I don't know if you were gone already, but basically this is a power-up that allows healing to basically beat the enemies more faster and effectively. It has 2 types of cooldown, but you can use certain presence to speed up the process and trying to spam them as quickly as you can. It's all up to you and your end how you customize your combos. Alright, 2 more to go. Come on. I've not seen so far, yeah, sometimes you get camera problems, but I've not seen, thankfully, so far something like flipping through walls, because with this animation, sometimes it happened in games like Batman Arkham Asylum, due to how the game was programmed. But this so far for this game, it has been consistently solid.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Dave, so what composer do you think to cover this time?
The music in this game.
I don't know, I still find it charming somehow.
From her balcony. Keep following bad requests, remembering.
It's just a consistent switch in styles that feels a bit jarring to me.
Alright, going up.
This one feels like an actual mix of John Williams with another one.
Daft Punk.
Alright, that's our target, Kaori Sheridan.
Whimsy!
I don't remember if we actually steal our memories in this part or in the next one. Alright.
You know, so far from what I've seen, I actually quite like what I've seen. I've mostly heard negative things.
Well, sure, more of a negative.
Yeah, about this game.
Oh, really?
Well,
I never heard about anything in this game, period. So
yeah, that's the thing, Joey. More than negative, this game was, well, ironically forgotten. Because, again, really bad marketing. And the fact that it didn't, while having original themes, it didn't sparkle the interest that was needed to be groundbreaking. As you can
also,
imagine, Philippos don't know that relatively low budget, so it didn't manage to successfully break out and actually become well known enough. But it grew a cult following, and Donald himself said that if Capcom greenlights them, they already have plot for a sequel. So,
well, Pedro, unlike you, I've known about this game since before it was released. So,
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, you actually knew.
Yeah, I actually knew about this.
If I had to say anything, while not referencing him directly, Capcom still, unlike with other games, Capcom still treats it as one of their own IPs with proper respect. We just didn't forget it completely, especially due to how they allow Don not to be creative in doing whatever they wanted, and in how they treated the marketing campaign, not the marketing, but for example the DLC treatment, because again, this was made in a period where Capcom had a lot of troubles with Azura's Wrath, Street Fighter Cross Tekken, Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3, and everything, and they basically instead of Capcom, you think could have just charged like cutting away part of a game and making it DLC only, or having, countless DLC costumes or stuff like that. Instead, they allowed them not to do whatever they want. They just decide to have as DLC these extra presents, but they're just small references to Street Fighter, and they cost like not even $50 each or something.
By the way, Tio, I just made you a thumbnail for this playthrough.
Really cool. Thank you.
And now Quantum Breakage again. No, seriously, the shooting sequences in Quantum Break always have music like this. But go ahead, Teo, go ahead.
No, it's okay. But yeah, basically, unlike games like Dark Void, which again I'll record in the future, this IP actually, Capcom still remembers it. And again, while they didn't actually did anything so far, I still want to see kneeling, for example, in a future Capcom fighting crossover game.
Oh, I just realized.
Yes,
I didn't realize this until looking at it, but the way I put myself in this game, it looks like I'm looking at her ass.
Again, the cover is one of the stupidest things that came out in this game, because kneeling is not sexualized. They're not sexualizing themes in the... Yes, sometimes one of the mooks may be provocative, but that's how, you know, the tactics of the mook about the police mooks about confusing her. In story, there's not an element of sexualizing kneeling. She doesn't take, you know, a shower. She doesn't get, you know, raped, or there's no sexual tensions. So again, the slapping your ass from the cover was just a dumb move from whoever did it.
So really, all I'm doing is accentuating it.
Nah, not really. You're just there.
Your back's against the wall. You duped Olga, but you're dealing with Kid Christmas now, pumpkin. Critical hit.
Haha, a reference to Street Fighter.
I thought you were going to say Pokemon.
No. Actually, well, no, not really, though.
Well, it makes sense. Street Fighter is also... This is a Capcom.
Yeah, see you for part 4.
See you, everybody.
See you.